finish my hairstyle. My name is Hortense and Theo is going to be my hairdresser.
Okay, thank you very much. Will you turn for you in the rest of the world?
Yes, I will.
And you turn like the clock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Thank you very much. Hello friends on YouTube, gonna do Hortense's hair again. Now she wants to fresh up and she has a lot of followers on Facebook, so that's also why we put a new video on. She models a long time for me ago, and because it's very hot in the studio, I use a towel beneath the cape. And now I have to find the entrance of the cape. Oh, here it is. It's always a problem with the zebra, you never know where to start. I'll make the same hairstyle, just I'll make an undercut on this side because it's very warm and hot and it grows back very thick. We'll make the sides short, make tattoo lines in it, and of course new color. As always, I start with protecting her for the falling hairs. Start by wetting the hair a bit, not too much, just a little bit. First I'm going to do is the undercut on the longer side. Part the upper hair away. So I have a free line to work on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the short fringe to this line on the back. So I take away the length on this side. Put my comb in. And just easy traveling very slowly to the line on the back. This reduces a lot of the weight that's hanging on her left side and makes it a lot easier to style. Now you see from nature color she's blonde. Wisely she says nothing. And there will be a time that that color is also wonderful, but not now. So now I made a connection from the small fringe to the line I have on the back. So when I release that hair, it will all fall together. Before I do that, I take my small coyote clipper and clean the contour line. So. Free the hair. You see nothing of the underlines, so there's not a problem. The thickness is still enough to make this wonderful hairstyle. So now I start on the short side. Start in the upper lines. And the sides mostly are very, very short. Leaning with my comb against the opposite lines of the hair fall. This way I'm certain that all the hairs have the same length. In the meantime I can make a character with using a comb instead of a clipper comb, because now I can follow the lines of a natural fall, and otherwise I don't see them at all. Put my blade to the back. connecting the lines. Put it in the sharpest position again. Pull the ear to the front. Still watching how the hair falls. Because it's warm, I clean in between, otherwise it gets a little bit nasty on the skin, all the small hairs. Turn a bit. Finding the most wonderful fall of the hair to create an easy styling hairstyle. When it's easy to style, you see this on this hairstyle of her. She has this for a very long time. I mostly share all the photos because every time we make photos of her, so you can find them on Facebook. For those who don't know where to find me on Facebook, I will set a Dutch line in the underlines so you can find it also on Facebook. On Facebook you see also all the photos of the models, and I put my YouTube video beneath that. You can pull the blade to the back and don't scratch the skin because I have still to color the skin, so when it's irritating she gets nasty red spots. I don't want that. Coming on the connection of both lines. First I do is clean the contour line. The small Kioni clipper has a ceramic blade and it's very nice to work with because it's ultra sharp, but it doesn't irritate the skin at all. And this is because it has a very fine setting of the teeth. So you see very small teeth. Now wet the upper hair. Lay it to the other side. Start again on the long side. Hè?
Moet ik weer draaien of niet?
Ja, dat mag je zo doen.
Draai er een eentje.
Anders kan je het niet zien, hè?
Nee, ik kan het niet zien, nee.
Zo?
Ja, dat is goed. Make my first guideline. Lay the hair as a natural fall. Lay the hair in a natural fall. I can see where I stopped with my clipper. I use my 7 Kioni scissor with extra grip. And this is when you order a scissor, you can ask for it and they make you extra grip on the scissor. Especially for strong lines, it's very nice to have. And they put it on the scissor so you can see that you have extra grip. Lay it nicely and soft falling in the natural lines. Go back to the line of cutting. Come back again. Go gently in. And so do all the layers. Go to the last line. Lay it softly on the hair. Don't force anything, just leave it in a natural fall. And with the tip of my scissor, I make this line ultra strong. And be aware that you don't cut it on the hair, because then you have to make a tattoo connecting to that. Coming to the back, watch it the natural fall. Now this is always a jumpy part, but it's also very lovely to see, because it's a disconnect, of course. So lay it in the most natural fall. And make a connection to the line of cutting. I show you the difference between length. It's a disconnect, what I told you, so this is the length we have when it lays to the other side. This I can't connect because otherwise the other side is too thin. Lay it back. Now first make the tattoo lines and then I cut the fringe, because the hairs of the fringe will irritate the skin, so I make first the tattoo lines in her hair. Okay, starting on the tattoo lines. Wil je ronde vormen, rechte vormen?
Ik vind ronde vormen altijd mooi, maar kijk maar waar je zin in hebt.
Ja, dan ga ik naar ronde vormen. First, I made a small connection to the fringe that will be ultra short. Now I asked her what she liked. She likes round shapes, so I'm going to work in round shapes. Round shapes are always more difficult because your clipper is of course a straight line. So when you go to the roundings, you have only to use the tip of your clipper blade and not the blade himself. And on this color hair is very hard to see, but when you first would color her hair, you cannot do anything with clipper, because then the skin is totally free of everything, also its natural waxes, so it's very hard to make a nice clipper cut. To stabilize the small clipper, I always use my left hand, because it makes nicer lines. And of course, when her hair is colored, you can see the lines much better. And for so far the tattoo lines. afterwards, so control it. Only when it's dark, of course, of color. So now I can go to the fringe. Lay the upper hair aside. Clip it away. And with my normal 7, I will cut this because this has no extra grip because it's not standing on the blades. So it's a wonderful soft slicing scissor with wonderful sharp knives. Connect the fringe to the short part. And clean her face. Now I can make her a collar. Now what I will do is I make the sides black, part of the upper hair also black, and the front will be turquoise, and that I do with gold well. Okay, put the other cape on, because now I'm going to color her hair. Of course, my world famous plastic foil, but you don't get in the United States. A lot of people still asking it.
Oh, echt waar?
Yes, they do. But Produo has it, but I don't know if they deliver in the United States. I'll start with my black 0. At the turquoise lines, I take the outro with it, because otherwise it's too hard in the turquoise lines on the natural lines. For those who like to see where the color stays, you can always put a developed color into the color you use, and especially the dark colors, and then you can see where you're going. I don't use it, but when I want to see where I'm going, I put a developed color in so I can see it. And when I get on the back, I'm starting on the longer hair also. So now I've been to the half of the head. So now I take all the color that I want black into this line. So I lay it just on the underlines, just colored. It makes it a lot easier to set the color on her hair. Make sure the turquoise lays aside. Now only take 3 small parts that I color in dark, just to get a playable effect on top. Now I only have to color the fringe because that I can reach. But before I do that, I lay some foils over her hair and start with turquoise color. Turquoise of Goldwell is turquoise at all. Don't need developer, just bring it on. And it stays wonderfully in the hairs. Een los ding, een losbollig ding.
Nou, ik doe mijn zeker.
Hè?
En dan ik doe mijn.
Ja, ook. Dan haak ik dadelijk wel af.
Ja, dat is goed, ja.
So now only need to color in the fringe. Yeah, mag wel. Softly laid the natural fall. So now I can close my plastic foil, wait for 25 minutes and rinse it out. For as far as I can, I clean the contour line. Take off the sweaty clubs. Still very warm in Holland. We have air from Spain, and that was 47 degrees Celsius, so it's very hot outside also. So now we're going to wait. See you in less than a second, of course. Because it's hot, I'll take off also the protection. We'll be back. Halsvlats. Okay, we're back from coloring. Rinse it out. So now I'm gonna clean the contour line with my razor blade. You can already see that the lines are nice. I don't shave them out because it's so hot in Holland, and when you would do that, the hairs would grow in, and that I don't like. Before I blow dry it, I put in a shaper. It's Afterlak May. Smells always nice. Myself a nice brush. Start on the longest lines. Nou, de laatste best vaak met elkaar uit eten. Zo leuk.
Ja, dat is zeker leuk.
So far blow drying. Now in the line of the color, I use a Vlanza serum. And this serum smells ultra nice. Minor adjustments to the line. And this is her new hairstyle. Tattoo lines, asymmetrical, with an undercut and fresh color. Thank you for watching, till next time, bye bye. Okay, my love, you may turn around to show the viewers on YouTube what we made of it. And thank you for being my model.
Anytime.
Okay. Hairdresser voor je. Want dat heeft met de privacywet te maken achteraan. Zeg, je mag gewoon Nederlands doen. Ik ben Hortense TKS, dus ik stel Theo vrij om de materialen op Facebook, YouTube te publiceren.
Ik ben Hortense TKS en ik stel Theo Knoop vrij om deze video op YouTube te publiceren.
Nou, dankjewel.